Wow. Yeah. It's time for more entertainment. Hey guys, it's me Sam, and long time no see. So I've decided to make another video. I'm gonna do a couple series of me in lockdown because we are technically in lockdown for COVID-19, and I've got pretty much nothing to do apart from doing schoolwork, except school ends tomorrow. So it's time for some entertainment. Here are a couple things that entertained me as a young kid and some things that are entertaining me now. So let's go. So one of the things that entertained me as a young child was this device that was about that big and pretty much about that thick. It was massive, but like it was like rectangle, and like the screen was tiny. It was like screen that big, like half the size of it. It was tiny. And the cartridges that it had to put in were about that big. I remember so much about it. Like it was pink, it was purple, you'd have a lid to go over top of it. It was amazing. It's pretty much like an older version of the DS now, which comes to my second one, and the DS, which is now one of my absolute favorites to play with, just out of random. I mean, it's obviously the DS. My brother was the one that got me into it with his DS. He gave me his DS, then he went on to a 3DS, which is what he has now. And if not, just a regular DS. The next thing that entertained me as a child, much younger child, so if you were one of those kids that was born early 2000s, you would remember this, and they are now back in stores today. They had about a 5-year period where they weren't in stores at all. You wouldn't be able to find them. And that is the Tamagotchi, Beyblades, and Bakugans. All three of these are early 2000s. I'll start off with the Tamagotchi. The Tamagotchi is a little virtual computer that was it was cylindrical. You could have it on a collar, which is what I used to have it on. It was pretty much a baby simulator. So you would play on it. All you'd have to do is clean its poop, feed it, and play with it. Pretty simple, isn't it? And I love Tamagotchis. They are still one of my favorites today, although I do not have them. The next thing is Beyblades, which is one of those, for those that out there, you would understand, let 'em rip. It's a classic sequence of words that any ad that had Beyblades on it would always say, let 'em rip, and you would go, wah! So pretty much Beyblade is a series of conjoined things that enter to like a circle with more circles underneath and a character on the front. The character on the front will correspond with the character that is the Beyblade, and also the gear that you put on it, the slide-in gear, to be able to let them rip. And the third one that I'm talking about is Bakugans. Now, Bakugans are little creatures that, again, I still have right here. Okay, starters, I'll tell you what a Bakugan is. A Bakugan is essentially this. That's just what it is. It's a cylindrical ball that, if you look carefully, has little bits, and you get a card that goes along with it. Now, I don't have all the cards, and as you can see, it's wear and tear, quite literally. These had magnetic bits inside of it that correspond with a magnet that's inside and on the bottom of the ball. And if you pop it open, you get something that's like a character. Now you can undo the legs of the characters, you can flip up the beaks of some of the characters, and you can lower their heads. And you can obviously put them back into a ball. Now this is my brother's favorite one. I remember him playing with it all the time, and I still do as well. This, I don't know the name of them, so I gave them my own names. This is Scorpio. So he's kind of like a scorpion bird mix. thing, I guess. He's really cute, and you can lower and up and down the beak of him. So you can lower, up and down the beak. He's got this little cute little tail. I can remember why I don't play with him often. It's because he's super duper hard to put away. It's very tactical the way you put this guy away. You put down his head first, you close in his wings, keeping his head down, closing his upper two wings while keeping the other ones down. And then you close the scorpion tail in. And then you get the ball. This guy is my second favorite. You pop them on the card and they open up like that. This guy is my Dragonite. I mean, his feet are backwards, so what do you expect? The whole bottom of this guy rotates pretty much. This is my Dragonite. He is super cute and I love him pretty much. And then this guy is, get this, Bianca. I called this guy, or girl, technically, Bianca. She is a little, well, Bakugan that you can open up fully to reveal those two eyes and a large mouth, or you can close him up the way he's meant to be, and he becomes this guy with two eyes, the Bakugan symbol mouth, and a little nose with hands. This guy is the easiest one to put away, which is probably why it's my favorite. You close in his arms and you close in his head. Super cute, super easy, super great. He's pretty much a magnet to everyone else. Quite literally. He's pretty much the abbreviation of one of these. These are some of the ones that happened in the past. A couple of the ones that I find most recent that you can still get out today are the Wii, which I have downstairs, the Xbox 360 or Xbox One, which is what my brother has at his place, and the PS4. Now, I remember the PS4 for some reason really well. I can remember playing one of my favorite dragon games. I'll put up the name right here, because I don't remember what it's called. It's this. On the 360 and possibly the PS4 as well, you could play a game called Portal and Ratchet and Clank. Those are my favorite games of all time on all of those. And the Wii, you guys should probably know this by now. You can play all sorts of different games. Mario games, sport games, literal sport games. You could do physical activity with them. It's crazy what has happened now. And then obviously on the Xbox you can play Minecraft and stuff like that. Okay, so now the more today's games, because I obviously don't have all that stuff with me apart from the Bakugans here. The ones that I find most interesting now are crossroads puzzles, like this. This is just one of my English ones that I had printed out because today during English we had fun. Just like completely fun. And then, so we have crosswords and then we have ciphergrams. Ciphergrams are my favorite type of word puzzles. A letter corresponds with a number, sorry. And you create little word passages like that. But the words don't necessarily match up. Well, the letters don't necessarily match up with the numbers. So if you say A is 1, B is 2, it's not like that. I mean, sometimes they can be like that, but on this one, I have A is 5, B is 6, C is 1, D is 24. Kind of like that. And then you get this random word Scrabble thing. You can read that. You should know it's from To Kill a Mockingbird. Last thing I do, apart from obviously video games, because it doesn't, recently I've started two things. Puzzles by myself, like pretty big puzzles, so like 1,000 word piece, or 500 to 1,000 piece puzzles, because that's pretty much what we have at home. And the second thing I've been doing is paper craft. Now I'm going to show you one that I have back here. Those Star Wars fans out there, you would recognize what this ship is. For those that don't, I am very mad at you right now, because you should. It's the Millennium Falcon. Now, obviously, not all the colour came through when we printed it. And obviously, I don't have the top and bottom. I will eventually get to that. That paper craft is amazing. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you found these a little bit more helpful in either stuff that you could do while you have like a lockdown kind of scenario going on, or whether you're just homeschooled, or whether or not you're just bored after COVID-19 ends. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Sam's over and out. Bye guys. Okay, so the first thing that I remember as a child that entertained me constantly. Trying to remember what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. Oh my god. Okay, 1,000 word, what? So about 1,000 word, or I said word again. What the heck? 1,000 people. Wow, my hair is a complete mess, and I did not realize that for the entirety of this video. By the way, new room!